There are many small little basic techniques that when you put them all together, you can create some amazing presentations. Let's look at 3 small techniques. One is rearranging slides, a second is duplicating slides, and the third is deleting slides, because undoubtedly you will need all 3 of those tasks. My PowerPoint slideshow is here. It's just a small little getting started presentation. It's plain, it's generic, but it's in the beginning stages. I have 2 slides, the CEO background and bio, and this slide introduce the CEO, and I do not want either slide. So I want to delete those 2 slides. First of all, though, I want to show you how you could select multiple slides at one time. In this pane here at the left with the miniature slides, if you click a slide, hold your Shift key and click an additional slide, everything between clicks will be selected. And now what you do to one, you do to all. Well, if I'm a keyboard person, how do I do that? Let's click on this second slide, hold down your Shift key, and the down arrow will select going down. The up arrow, because they're selected, will deselect, or when I get back to slide 2, it'll move up and select slide 1. So if you're a keyboard person, that's how you can select multiple slides in your task pane there at the left. Well, I only want to do one slide at a time, but what I'm about to do with one slide, you can do with many. As a matter of fact, everything I'm going to show you in this lesson, you can do with one slide or you can do with many slides. Deletion. Notice how this slide is selected. You can simply hit your delete key on the keyboard. Gone. That slide has now disappeared. You also can right-click, and here's the choice for delete slide. Gone. That slide has now been deleted. Could I have selected both of those? Yes. And done either one of the techniques I just showed you? Yes, you absolutely can do that. Well, that's how easy it is to delete a slide. Now, how about to duplicate a slide? This slide right here, topics to cover. What I want is I want this to be the introductory slide in my presentation, the tell them what you're going to tell them slide. And then my presentation will be the tell them, and then I'll want to tell them what I told them. I'll have to remind them of why we gathered. And so I want this particular slide to be repeated at the end of the presentation. I can right-click on that slide, and here's the choice for duplicate slide. Now I'm only duplicating one slide, but again, if you had multiple slides selected, you would duplicate whatever you had selected. And then to move this, I simply click, hold, don't let go, and I drag it. And as I move it down the pane, it's going to go all the way to the bottom, and then I'll just drop it off right there at the bottom. Now I might change the text to say something like topics covered, or covered topics, or review, or something like that. But right now, that's not going to be my technique. Right now, I'm looking at rearranging, duplicating, and deleting slides. So again, you can see how easy it is to duplicate. Also, when you have a slide selected in the Insert ribbon under New Slide, you also have a feature here for duplicating selected slides. I just personally think it's faster and easier to do the right click to duplicate a slide, but your choice, however you'd like to do it. Well, now let's go back up to the top, and now we have all the slides that we want, but our next task is they're in the wrong order. My slides are in the wrong order, so now I need to determine how to rearrange them. Well, remember that click, shift, click. If I click and I hold shift and I click again, when you drag a slide, I'm dragging all 3 of these now. See how they all 3 will go with me? And when I drop them off, they drop off. Isn't that a really cool trick? So you can do all of these techniques with more than one slide. You can have multiple slides selected. So now what I have to do to finish this particular presentation is rearrange them so that they're in order, because as soon as I do this topics to cover, I have the welcome slide, and then it should be the company overview. This one goes later. This one is next, second, and then company overview, departmental structure, who to ask. Hey, we're not doing too bad here. Oops, safety should be next. So let me drag this one up to here. So you can see it's quite easy to rearrange and put things in the proper order. And then rules and regulations. Departmental structure, I think that one's in the wrong order. That one goes up here, but I'm going to do this off camera. As you can see, it's very easy to rearrange. So all I have to decide is what order do I want them in, drag them, drop them, place them in the proper order. If it's a delete on my keyboard or a right click, and if it's a duplicate, go to your Insert tab and choose New Slide and duplicate selected slides, or you can right click and duplicate slides. Simple techniques, and now you know how to accomplish all 3 of those. And so when you're working in your PowerPoint slideshows, you now have more power to accomplish your tasks in a faster time.
We hope you enjoyed this preview video. Please click on the like button below if you did, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to visit us at www.kalliance.com to sign up for your free 7-day trial today. You could learn a lot in a week.